Mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2, live from Perry High School for the district semifinal matchup between the Warren Howland Tigers and your Jackson Lady Polar Bears. We are 15 minutes from tip-off in Game 2 here from Perry High School. A trip to the district championship on the line to take on the Glen Oak Golden Eagles, who just knocked off New Philadelphia by a score of 46-30 prior to the girls getting out on the court. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for pregame and tip from Perry High School. It is win or go home time here at Perry High School. Division I, Region I, Massillon District Championship between your Jackson Lady Polar Bears and the Lady Tigers of Warren Howland High School. The winner, they will advance to the district championship game Friday night here at Perry High School with a date against the Glen Oak Golden Eagles, who won the first game here tonight by a score of 46-30. Over the New Philadelphia Quakers. The loser, their season is over. They will head home. It is tournament time, and I am happy to be here at Perry High School. Mitch Balla here with you all night long, bringing you coverage from Perry High School and what is going to be a great matchup. You will have the Lady Tigers of Warren Howland, who are coming off a win over Canfield last Thursday, and then your Lady Polar Bears coming off a win over Cuyahoga Falls last Thursday as well, 77-41. Let's go ahead and get you the starting five for both sides. First on your screen, we have the starting five for Jackson. At point guard, it'll be number 0, senior Hallie Ignacio. At guard, it'll be sophomore number 12, Megan Campbell. At the forward position will be 6'1" junior Lena Pandabanla. At center will be senior Emma Dretki, and rounding out the starting five, playing the 3 will be junior number 23, Lauren Pilata. And now for the Tigers from Howland High School. Starting at guard, sophomore Alyssa Masucci. Starting at the other guard, senior Alyssa Pompilia. Starting down low, 6'1" senior center Jamie DeSalvo. Starting at another guard, senior 5'6" Kylie McLean, and rounding out the starting five for Howland and head coach Aaron Pounds, it will be senior 5'8" guard Taylor Lawrence. We will go ahead and highlight our players to watch for both sides, starting with your Jackson Polar Bears. Now, as we know, Jackson has gotten contributions from all over here recently down the stretch. Jackson, one of the hottest teams in all of the state of Ohio right now, and they're playing like that, winning 9 of their last 12, 5 in a row coming into tonight's matchup. And they are having their eyes set on Friday night with a date with Glen Oak, a team they split the regular season with, winning at Glen Oak and Glen Oak winning at Jackson. But first things first, they must take care of business here tonight against Howland. And in order for that to happen, we look at Lauren Palada and Emma Dretki, the highlight of Jackson. Dretki gets it done down low, also can shoot well from outside. The center that is committed to Walsh once her high school athletic career is over. And then we look at Lauren Palada. Last week in the win over Cuyahoga Falls, Palada became just the 12th player to score 20 or more points in a tournament game. Only 2018 grad Taylor Mikesell, who did that 5 times, and 1987 grad Jenny Woodward, who did that 4 times, have accomplished that feat more than once. Palada will look to stay on track and stay hot right now from the field as she looks to do that tonight. And now for Warren Howland. The player to watch for the Tigers is no one other than senior guard number 11, Alyssa Pompilia. Pompilia was named the Player of the Year for the All-American Conference. She has also scored 1,000 career points and is the go-to player for this Lady Tiger basketball team. Now we'll have to see how Jackson opens up defensively. We know this is a team that defends very well man-to-man. We know that this is a team that has Pandabanla usually on the best player due to her athleticism and size. But we also have seen Jackson recently down the stretch implement a couple new looks defensively in zones. And could that be something we see here tonight at Perry High School? We will find out here in just a few short moments. The crowd here at Perry is meeting the starting lineups. We'll step aside, and when we come back, it'll be time for tip-off between Howland and Jackson. Back here in Jackson High School, Mitch Balla here with you for coverage live from Perry tonight. And I am very excited to be here for a trip to the district championship on the line to take on the Glen Oak Golden Eagles. Let's go ahead and look at the bracket to see how these teams got here. So on the bracket here, you see Jackson had a first round bye. They took on Cuyahoga Falls in the sectional championship. Falls defeated Akron Kenmore first. Jackson then defeating Cuyahoga Falls last Thursday night, 77-41. Then you have Howland, who defeated Madison in the opening round and then took down Canfield in what was the third matchup between the two schools this season. And that has led the Lady Tigers here with a date with Massillon Jackson. This is just the third meeting all time between the two schools. The last meeting, Jackson won 59-30 back in the 2016-2017 campaign. We are ready from Perry. Jackson will be going from near side, far side in the home whites, and they win the tip, and we are underway here at Perry High School. Jackson in the home white uniforms as the higher seed in this district. Howland in the road black uniforms as the visitor here tonight on the scoreboard as well. Here's Dretki now into the corner. Howland opens up in a zone. Ignacio fakes, pass to Pilata. Gives it to Dretki, who now picks up her dribble and gets it back to Palada here between the circles. Touch passing going on. Dretki, corner three, the bottom. Senior Emma Dretki puts Jackson on the scoreboard first tonight. Dretki also the leading three-point shooter for the Polar Bears. Or top two, excuse me, shooting 40% from behind the arc. There's Patabanla now knocking the ball away out of the hands of Lawrence. And the ball will be knocked out of bounds by a Polar Bear. Stays Howland basketball with 7:11 to play here in the opening quarter. This is McLean to trigger in. Ball tipped by Patabanla into the backcourt. Howland goes back there to retrieve it. Now, bounce pass. Three, pump fake. Three on the way now. That one off the mark, no good from Taylor Lawrence. Rebound to Palada. Here comes LP now over half court. Swings it. Megan Campbell three, right corner. Front of the rim, no good. Offensive board, Dretki. She gets it to Patabanla now, who gives it back to Dretki in the far corner. Campbell thought about three, puts it on the deck, swings it. Ignacio three, left wing. Front of the iron, no good. Finally corralled there as Pompilia tight ropes the sideline to stay in bounds. So Jackson will open up man-to-man defense here this evening. It is Pompilia with the ball. She'll swing it left. Here is Masucci. She'll go to work on Megan Campbell. Bounce pass into the corner. Here comes McLean working right down the lane. Pass out. Three on the way. Pompilia. No good. Rebound. Corralled there by Patabanla. She controls. Long pass up ahead to Campbell. Little hesitation. Drives baseline. Kicks out, but throws it away right into the hands of Taylor Lawrence. Pompilia gets it. Stutter step. Drives baseline. Puts up a shot. It was altered, but there was contact. And it looks like Alyssa Pompilia will be going to the line to shoot two. The foul will be assessed to Lena Patabanla. That'll be her first personal. The first team foul for Jackson with 5:58 here to play in the first quarter. The first one is good for Pompilia. And the second one will roll off and be corralled there by Patabanla. Ignacio bounce pass ahead to Pilata. Pilata cuts into the middle of that zone. Patabanla thought about a mid-range jumper. She puts it on the deck, drives, and she was fouled. Couldn't get the shot to fall. But Lena Patabanla will be going to the free throw line to shoot two now. The foul is on Jamie DeSalvo, the senior center. That is her first personal, first team foul for the Lady Tigers. Patabanla comes up empty on the first of two, second one upcoming. Patabanla struggles from the free throw line. As her second one does not get the bounce. Offensive board and putback is good by Lauren Palada. So Palada gets her first made basket of the night. Patabanla suffocating defense right now out top. Tigers corral it, pass down low, going to work now, turning around is DeSalvo. Her shot and right hook is good over Emma Dretki. So Jamie DeSalvo has the first made field goal for the Tigers here tonight. As it is 5-3, Jackson leads it. Dretki, long cross-court pass. Campbell, Pilata, mid-range jumper. A little short. Rebound to DeSalvo. Up ahead now, here comes Masucci. Pulling it out now, Pompilia. Working to her right. Swings it to the right wing. Thought about three after she gets it back there from Lawrence. She'll work back to the center. Ball in the hands of Masucci. She goes up, and that shot rejected out of bounds. It'll stay Tiger basketball. Pass inbounded to Pompilia along the baseline. She pulls it out into the near side corner. Working to her right, down the lane, into traffic. Kicks, and there was foul on the floor. No shot, as the three-point shot was good out of the hands of Kylie McLean, but the foul was on the floor before that. And it is on Megan Campbell, the sophomore's first personal. Second team foul for Jackson. Inbounds. Masucci gets it to Pompilia, who now pulls it back out. She's picked up by Palada. Crossing over, Palada sticks with her. Pass down low, baseline J. A little too strong off the mark, rebound Dretki. That was Lawrence on the the baseline jumper. Here's Patabanla now quickly the other way. Uses an off arm, gets away with the foul, and her right-handed floater is good. So Lena Patabanla gets her first basket of the night. 7-3, Jackson leads Howland. Lawrence, step back three, right wing. It's good. So Taylor Lawrence hits the first three-point basket of the evening for Howland. Palada, cross-court pass, three in the corner, Dretki, a little too strong, no good. Rebound into the hands of Masucci, but not before Dretki got her hands in there for a jump ball. Tie-up, possession arrow favors the Tigers. Cassie McMurtry checks in for the first time tonight for Jackson. Patabanla checks out. And Mia Barish will check in for Howland. Her first action here tonight. 3:45 to play here in the first quarter. 7-6 our score. Jackson leads Howland. That ball tipped out of bounds by Ignacio. She was picking up Kylie McLean, who was looking to go to work. Now Pompilia will check out. Pass goes to Masucci. She drives into the lane, puts up a shot off the backboard, a little too short, rebound to Campbell. Campbell's got a 1-on-3. She will wisely pull it out, give it to Ignacio. Here's Palada now, driving into traffic, kicks. And it goes back to Ignacio, over the head pass to Dretki. Pump fake, drives baseline, cut off. And there will be a blocker pushing foul assessed to a Tiger. And it will be assessed to Mia Barish. Her first personal, second team foul. So Megan Campbell able to cash in a quick bucket there off the out of bounds from the baseline. 9-6. That is Campbell's first made field goal of the night as well. Ball tipped by McMurtry. Ball on the deck, and she gets it into the hands of Palada. Great defense from Cassie McMurtry. Here's Palada now. Drives in the lane and dribbles it off the foot of a defender. Last touched by Taylor Lawrence. It'll be Jackson basketball out of bounds. Now we have a timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout for Howland. The head coach, Aaron Pounds, will step aside and be right back for the last 3 minutes here in the opening quarter. Exactly 3 minutes left here in the opening quarter from Perry High School. Jackson basketball to the timeout. Ignacio finds Campbell. Touch pass down low, looking for Pilata. Tipped and stolen. Here comes Masucci now. Down the lane. Into McMurtry. She'll drive, put up a shot. No good, but she was fouled. And that foul will be assessed to Cassie McMurtry. That'll be her first personal. So stepping to the line now will be Alyssa Masucci, the sophomore guard, and one of the top playmakers for this Tiger team. Her first one up, no good. Ricochets off to the left. Patabanla checks in, Campbell out. She'll get her first breather of the evening. Masucci's second. That one off the mark and right into the hands of Patabanla, who will control and quickly bring the ball up the court. Crosses half court. Works to the right wing. Underhand pass to Palada. Three, straight away. Bingo. Lauren Palada hits her first three-point basket of the evening. She has 5. Jackson now picks up full court pressure. We saw this last Thursday give Cuyahoga Falls a lot of fits. Almost an over and back. Ignacio with great on-ball defense. Here's a steal by Dretki. Going coast to coast. The senior center comes up empty. Ignacio put back, no good. It was rejected back at her by Barish. Now here is a 3. All the way, that one too strong. And it will be tracked down by Patabanla. Throw up ahead to McMurtry. Ball everywhere right now on the court. Palada, touch pass. Left corner. Dretki now to Ignacio. Bounce pass Palada. Drives in. 3, right wing. It's good. Lena Patabanla. Her first three-point basket of the evening. 1:42 to play here in the first. Jackson 15, Howland 6. Pass over the half-court line into the hands of Masucci. She gives it back. Now here is Jessie DeSalvo, one of the 2 sisters on this Tiger team. Down low is Barish. She gets it back out. Masucci being picked up by McMurtry. Great on-ball defense. McMurtry tips it away. And the pass looking there for Barish is stolen by Dretki. Here's Pilata across the timeline now. Into the lane. Dodging traffic. Left-handed layup. It's good. And we have a timeout on the floor. Jackson on a bit of a run here in the first quarter. 1:09 to play. Jackson 17, Howland 6. Full timeout on the floor for Howland. We'll be right back. .109 to play here in the first quarter. Howland, largest deficit so far here this evening, down 11 to Jackson, who now continues with the full court pressure. Been pretty successful since they went to this set. However, Howland gets it over the timeline. And let's see, they're going to say travel violation there on Jamie DeSalvo. DeSalvo thought she may have been tripped or fouled, but to no avail. Back to Jackson goes the basketball. Addie Gimrick has checked in for the first time this evening for the Polar Bears in relief of Lauren Palada. Patabanla, no-look pass into the corner. Dretki, 3. A little too strong. Rebound corralled there by Taylor Lawrence, and a foul on the floor. It'll be assessed to a Polar Bear, and it'll be assessed to Addie Gimrick. That'll be her first personal for the senior guard. Ball comes in, right back to the inbounder it goes. And up ahead here is Taylor Lawrence, passing all the way around. Pompilia with the ball, drives into the lane. Stutter step, pass down low to Jamie DeSalvo. She tracks it into the corner, Throws down low, a little too hard to handle for Pompilia, and it stays Tiger basketball. It was last touched by a polar bear. 29.5 left here in the opening quarter from Perry High School. Inbounding here is McLean along the sideline. Tough assignment, pass inbounds and knocked away by Megan Campbell. Pass intended for Pompilia. It stays Tiger basketball. But right now for McLean, the 5'6" guard, having to inbound it over the length of Patabanla, the 6'1" junior that has a wingspan a lot longer than most girls. That alters a lot, both offensively and defensively, a challenge for other teams to game plan for. And so far here tonight, you see that just in the first 7 minutes and 32 seconds. And there will be a foul on the inbounds play. It'll be on Addie Gimrick. That's her second personal. 5th team foul for Jackson here in the first quarter. Pass gets inbounds in the backcourt, picked up by Pompilia. She'll dribble across the logo. Picked up on by Megan Campbell. She drives, spins into the elbow. Pass back out, tipped, but into the hands of McLean it goes. Screen set for McLean. Pass back to Pompilia, stolen by Patabanla. Jump stop. Goes up strong, off the glass and in for Lena Patabanla, 19-6. Patabanla has 7 to lead Jackson. And the inbounds then from Howland was kicked out of bounds, or tipped out of bounds rather, by Megan Campbell. So it stays Howland basketball, 3.9 on the clock. Football pass down the court, intercepted by Dretki, no tip by Dretki. Nobody catches it, and that will do it for the first 8 minutes here from Perry High School. Your Lady Bears lead the Lady Tigers of Howland High School 19-6. We'll be back for the second quarter in just a moment. Second quarter ready to get underway here at Perry High School. It'll be Polar Bear basketball to start. Ignacio, Pilata, Dretki, Patabanla, and Campbell, the 5 on the floor for Coach Butch to start this second quarter here. Howland in his own. Patabanla gets it at the elbow. Long pass to Dretki, back out to Ignacio. Howland opened the game in this zone. Limited Jackson to about 7 points before the Polar Bears were able to get out and run. Here's Palada now, right corner 3, a little too strong. Offensive board though, Dretki, one dribble in. Puts up a shot, no foul called on the contact. Ignacio though in the backcourt comes up with a steal. And she is knocked to the deck, but they say ball out of bounds, last touched by Ignacio. So ball goes back to Howland. And with 7:22 to play here in the second quarter. Howland able to get it over the mid-court line pretty easily that time. So here is Pompilia now. Picked up by Dretki. Bounce pass down low to Salvo. Kicks. Pompilia 3 from the corner. No good. Offensive rebound and putback, though, is good for Jesse DeSalvo. Jesse and Jamie DeSalvo both on the court. Pompilia on the court. Also joined by Kylie McLean and Taylor Lawrence. Patabanla turnaround, mid-range jumper from the free throw line. No good. Rebound there to Pompilia. Pass up ahead. Into the hands now. Here is Kylie McLean. Finds a cutting Lawrence. Down low. Pompilia. Touch pass outside. Jesse DeSalvo 3. That one off the mark. Offensive rebound and putback is good. Taylor Lawrence. So first 2 baskets here in the second quarter go to Howland. 19-10 our score. 6:05 to play here in the first half. Here's Palada now. Crosses over into traffic. Stops. Rises. Shot attempt was tipped and into the hands of Pompilia. Up ahead now quickly. Ball back out. 3 on the way for Lawrence. Front of the rim. No good. Rebound Palada as a body hits the deck for Jackson. That's Campbell. She's able to get up. As Ignacio crosses half court, gets it to Palada in the middle of that zone. Kicks. Dretki 3. Right corner. No good. Jackson still nothing to show for here point-wise in the second quarter. As we have a foul on the floor. It is on Ignacio. That's her first personal. 6th team foul for Jackson here in the first half. So Ignacio will check out. McMurtry in for her. Alyssa Masucci checks in as Taylor Lawrence will get a breather. McLean triggers, gets it in bounds to Barish. She is also checked in. Barish gets it back now at the right elbow. McLean picked up by Patabanla. Thought about rising for a shot attempt, but Patabanla's length altered that decision. Pass down low, and they're going to say it was last touched and out of bounds by a Lady Tiger. Tough to see who that one went off of from our view up here along the track at Perry. Nevertheless, Jackson basketball, 5:10 to play here in the first half. Palada crosses, finds Campbell left wing. Pass, Dretki, double, back to Campbell. 3 on the way. Got it. Megan Campbell has 5. Her first 3-point make of the evening. She is the Polar Bears' leading 3-point shooter on the season, shooting 45% from behind the arc, and has really come on down the stretch here during the Polar Bears' hot run. We touched on the pregame, winning 9 of their last 12, 5 in a row entering tonight's matchup. Campbell, a big reason when defenses try to key on Pilata, Dretki, or Patabanla. She has found the ball in her hands when she's open, and she has made opposing teams pay. And we're going to have an illegal screen. Pilata had to work around that one. And Barish just went out a little too far setting that screen at the top of the arc. McMurtry in. Patabanla will check out. Pilata gets it ahead over the line to Campbell. Here's Gimrick, back to Campbell. Campbell works to her left. She's trapped. Gimrick using a dribble, gets it to Campbell, back out. She falls, throws the ball to Gimrick. And Campbell is down on the court. There is a double dribble violation on the steal assessed to a Howland Tiger. That was Kylie McLean. Campbell is up under her own power, but she will check out. Ignacio will come in to take over for Campbell. Something to keep an eye on if you are a Polar Bear fan. Howland stays in this zone. Pilata gets it working to her left. Comes to a stop. Gets it to Ignacio. Down low. Open is Mertry. She puts up a shot. No good. Gets her own miss. And she was pushed, but no foul called. McMurtry shoved to the deck. And they call a traveling violation. So give the ball back to the Tigers. 4:03 to play. Pompilia controls for Howland. Passes right wing into the hands of Taylor Lawrence. A lot of off-ball movement. And popping out is Bear. She gives it to Masucci. 3 on the way is nothing but net. First made field goal of the night for Masucci. 22-13, Jackson over Howland. Palada now into the teeth of that defense. Pass back out to Ignacio, who gives it right back to Palada. Into the quarter to Gimrick, who was trapped immediately. And Jackson gets it out of that corner back to the center. Ignacio. Palada 3. No good. Offensive board. Dretki. Her putback is good. Emma Dretki. She has 5. Leading scorer for the Polar Bears coming into tonight is Dretki. Averages almost 16 a game, right behind her Palada with 15. Jackson by 11. Here is Gia Hosso, checked in for the first time tonight. Masucci with the ball, drives into the lane. Ball knocked away and taken away there by Ignacio. Crosses half court, drives, kicks. Here's Dretki now putting the ball on the floor. Long cross court pass, Palada. McMurtry back to Palada. That ball, though, is going to be knocked out of bounds as Masucci read that pass from McMurtry to Palada and was able to jump the passing lane and knock it out of bounds. Palada back in, 2:30 to play here in the second quarter. Ignacio into the teeth of that zone. Kicks, 3, Dretki, it's good. Dretki has 8, 27-13. Jackson over Howland. Here's Lawrence now. Pass down low, tipped, stolen by Palada. Up ahead, here's Palada now. Down the lane, side steps. And there is a foul call, but it'll be an offensive foul, says the baseline referee. Palada using the off arm to create space. That's her first personal 17 foul for Jackson with 2 minutes to go here. So Howland will be in the bonus the remainder of this first half. Just getting over half court in time there is McLean. Down low, DeSalvo going to work. Turn around, hook shot off the glass is good. Jamie DeSalvo with a nice move in the lower post on the right block. She has 4. Here's Palada. Wide open Dretki, 3 on the way. No good. Gets her own miss though. Puts it up, a little too strong. Put back, no good. And there's going to be another foul on the floor. And with that foul, now Howland will go to the free throw line to shoot 1 and 1. Foul on McMurtry. That's her second personal. And she will come out now as Kendall Santel checks in for her first action of the night. So Taylor Lawrence, the senior, will step to the line. It is 1 and 1 with 1:25 to play here in the second quarter. First one on the way. Long rebound out into the hands of Santel, so no good for Lawrence on the front end of the 1 and 1. Here's Palada now. Dribbles, picks up her dribble, and finds Ignacio on the right wing. Palada was open for a split second down low. Palada kicks, Dretki, Ignacio. Around the world goes the basketball. And Ignacio will dribble back to center court to set things up offensively. Palada now. Double comes, she dribbles in. Step back, long 2. It's good. Alina Palada, give her 9. Here's Pompilia now the other way. Backs down Palada. Pass into the corner. There's Masucci. Drives baseline, cut off by Santel. Lawrence, mid-range jumper in the paint. A little too strong. Gets her own miss though. Put back, shot is good. Left-handed layup. Kissed off the glass and in. So Lawrence has 7. Leading scorer now for Howland. 20 seconds to play here. And a pass at the ankles of Patabanla by Ignacio will go out of bounds. Back to Howland, the basketball goes. See if Howland plays for the final shot. 10 seconds left on the game clock right now. Crossing half court, Pompilia. She works to her left. Ball comes out of her hands. Here is McLean down the lane. Side side. He puts up a shot. No good, but she was fouled with 2.9 to play here. So McLean will go to the line now to shoot two. They say it was a shooting foul. Foul assessed to Kendall Santel. That's her first personal. 19 foul for Jackson. The first one is nothing but net for McLean. She has one, looking for two here, and looking to put Howland within 10 before they head to the halftime locker room. She'll do just that. 29-19, 2.9 remaining. Dretki into Palada. 1 second on the clock. Palada with a long football-like throw that will come up empty. So after one half of play here at Perry High School, Jackson will take a 10-point lead into the halftime locker room, 29-19. We'll step aside for a 10-minute intermission, and when we come back, we'll have the second half of action here at Perry High School between the Lady Tigers of Howland High School and your Lady Polar Bears. Welcome back inside Perry High School. Mitch Balla here with you. 2:25 to play, or remaining until we resume play here in the district semifinal game. Let's go ahead and take a look at our players we wanted to watch for that we highlighted in the pregame, starting with Jackson. So we had Lauren Pilata, who led all scorers in the previous matchup and win over Cuyahoga Falls. At the break, she has 7. Senior Emma Dretki has 8. Both of those ladies were the leading scorers for Jackson all season long coming into tonight's matchup. Now, they are led at the break by Lena Patabanla, who's put in 9 points of her own. But on the flip side, let's look at Howland. We knew that Jackson was going to have to slow down Pompilia, the player of the year for the All-American Conference, a 1,000 career point scorer, and they have done just that. Pompilia having just 1 point, that coming from a free throw on the front end of a 1-and-1. And so far, Jackson has limited her all around, forced her into a few turnovers, and really frustrated her defensively. You've been able to tell. Can Jackson keep up that same energy and same game plan here in the second half? And can they make an adjustment to the zone that Howland threw at them late in that first half? Really disrupted the offense when Jackson was really in the groove. They were up 19-6 after 1 before Howland opened the second quarter on a 6-0 run of their own. Quickly, as we have a minute before halftime, let's go ahead and look at the roadmap and what these girls are playing for. The loser will go home. The winner, they will have a date with Glen Oak on Friday night, the 25th of February at 7 p.m. here at Perry High School for the district championship in the Massillon district bracket in Division I, Region 1 of the OHSAA Girls Basketball State Tournament. As you can see, there's the lower half of the Massillon bracket on your screen. And that winner will advance as Glen Oak defeated New Philly by a score of 46-30 in Game 1 here this evening. If Jackson is to advance, it would be the best of 3 on Friday night as the Polar Bears and Eagles split earlier this season. Howland, though, hard to imagine they aren't going to go away without a fight. With a season on the line, desperate teams are the most dangerous. So can the Lady Tigers claw their way back here and get something going against Jackson? One good thing to highlight for Jackson, though, we saw Megan Campbell go down early in that second quarter with what appeared to be an ankle injury. She was holding that ankle. She was able to leave the court under her own power, and she is out there now to start the second half. It'll be the same starting 5 for head coach Anthony Butch, Palada, Dretki, Patabanla, Campbell, Ignacio, and the 5 for Howland. It will be Masucci, Pompilia, McLean, Lawrence, and Jamie DeSalvo. So here is Lawrence now on the right wing. Howland going to the far end of the court this half. Her first shot here in the second half is good. A little mid-range baseline jumper. Taylor Lawrence has 9. Patabanla quickly the other way. Here comes Dretki down the lane. Spins into the paint. Turnaround is good. Emma Dretki, give her 10. First Polar Bear in double figures. First score in this game in double figures. Pass up ahead. Here is Pompilia, picked up by Pilata on the right wing. She'll dribble back out with her left hand and swing it to Lawrence. Pass down low, tipped away and into the hands of Ignacio. Jackson wants to get out and run, but great transition defense there by the Tigers will limit that opportunity. Pilata goes to work. Bounce pass. Patabanla. Side step. Puts up a shot a little too strong. Nice move, though, by Patabanla. Just could not get the shot to fall. Here is McLean now up ahead. Lawrence into the corner, and dribbling out of that corner is Masucci. Pass down low, a little too high for Jamie DeSalvo, and Jackson forcing another turnover. Pass up ahead. Campbell, 3, near side corner. Bang! So Campbell coming out here in the second half, showing the ankle injury is not hindering her right now. She has 8. 3 the other way, off the mark for Pompilia. Rebound to Patabanla up ahead. Ignacio tight walks that sideline and gets it into the hands of Pilata, who dribbles. Zigzags into the lane, sidestep. She was fouled on the shot attempt. Lauren Pilata will be going to the line to shoot 2 with 6:25 to play here in the second half, or rather the third quarter. Pilata, the junior, has 7 points. First one is up and rolls in there. Give her 8. McMurtry in for Jackson. Patabanla out. Gia Hosso in for Howland. In relief of Taylor Lawrence. Palada goes 2 for 2, that time from the line. Jackson 36, Howland 21. Pompilia crossing half court, going to work on Palada. Palada right up on her. Pass down low, intended for Masucci. Knocked out of bounds, last touch by McMurtry. Inbounding baseline there is McLean. Pass into the paint. It goes to DeSalvo. Touch pass outside. Step back is Hosso. Loses her dribble. Cross-court pass. 3 on the way. No hesitation. Rolls around. No good. Out of the hands of Kylie McLean. And we will have a foul on the floor. It's Megan Campbell on the floor once again. Foul is on Jamie DeSalvo. That's her second personal for the senior center. 2 minutes gone by here in the third quarter. Jackson on a 7-2 run to open up the second half here. Palata going to work. Hands off McMurtry, working her right back to the top of the arc. Ignacio now into the lane. Bounce pass down low. Dretki. Touch pass outside Campbell. Jackson swings it around McMurtry using her dribble. Finds Campbell in the far corner. Campbell gives it back to McMurtry, and Jackson will set up once again with Palata dribbling on the P at half court. Drive down the lane, sidestep, puts up a shot, it's good. Lauren Palada using the left hand off the glass and in. Pompilia now with the basketball, picked up by Palada. Palada giving her almost no space. Pompilia passes into the corner, too high for the intended target, Alyssa Masucci. The 5'8" guard needed to be about 6 foot to go up the ladder and get that one. Jesse DeSalvo checks in, Pompilia checks out. You can tell right now, Jackson defensively, in large part too, Palada and Patabanla have frustrated Pompilia so far here this evening. Here's Palada now, kicks, corner 3, Dretki, puts it in. Dretki has 13. Jackson with their largest lead of the night, 41-21. Full court pressure coming from the Polar Bears. Quickly though, here comes McLean. She'll cross half court, spins on Ignacio. Just inside that arc. Pass goes down low to Jamie DeSalvo. Going to work, cut off, stolen by Palada. And she was fouled. Palada, after stealing that ball from DeSalvo, was tangled up down low around the ankles. Foul called. That'll be the third personal on Jamie DeSalvo. Third team foul with 4:31 to play here in the third quarter. Mia Barish checks in. Ignacio controls. She'll cross the timeline, work to her left. Loses her dribble, but gets it to Dretki here on the left wing. Near side wing on your camera. She'll drive down the lane. Puts up a shot. Oh, Emma Dretki. Little right-handed hook shot, or floater if you will. Puts it in. Megan Campbell with the steal. Rolls the ball to Ignacio. We'll have a timeout on the floor. Megan Campbell leaving it all out there. After we saw her go down earlier with an ankle injury, she comes back, and a quick timeout for head coach Anthony Butch. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll step aside quickly. After the timeout that secured the basketball, it goes to Dretki. Here's Patabanla now back into the game. Spins, puts up a shot, kissing it off the glass and in. Lena Patabanla. (45-21) our score. 3:50 to play here in the third quarter. Jackson trying to really blow this open here in the third. This is what they did last Thursday against Cuyahoga Falls. Pass down low into the lane. Shot rejected by Palada, and she'll control it now. Pass way up ahead. Here's Dretki. Jump step. Left-handed layup. It's good. Emma Dretki. She has 17. Pompilia now going to work. Drives baseline. Stutter step right into the hands of Dretki. Pompilia ran out of room and threw that one away. Here's Palada now. Works. Three. Corner three. Gimrick. It's good. Jackson blitzing the Tigers right out of the gym here at Perry High School. 3:07 to play. Another timeout on the floor. A full timeout by head coach Aaron Pounds. Jackson on a 21-2 run. Howland basketball out of the timeout. 3:07 to play here in the third. We said it going into the timeout break. 21-2 run for Jackson to open up the second half. The Bears went into the locker room, made the adjustment. Now can Howland make an adjustment out of that timeout? Crossing over, driving down the lane, and that'll be a good start as Kylie McLean shook her defender and drove down the lane and was fouled. Foul on Megan Campbell. That's her second personal. First team foul here in the third quarter for Jackson. First one, no good out of the hands of McLean. Second one upcoming. She'll cash that one in. 50-22, 2:54 to play. Howland comes back out now with full court pressure. Campbell, though, splits the defenders and crosses half court. Kicks. Here is Kendall Santel's now checked in. Out to Dretki. Into the corner as two girls run into each other. And Santel and Campbell collide. It'll run, or force rather, a travel violation, giving the ball back to Howland. A little mix up there on offensive sets. 2:35. Here's McLean to the right side, right wing. Going to work now is Lawrence. Cut off, loses her dribble. And hands off here back to Lawrence. Lawrence has three. Mid-range jumper from the right side, off the mark there for McLean. But there's a foul then. And it will be on Emma Dretki on the loose ball. That'll be her first personal, second team foul for Jackson. So now going to the free throw line to shoot two is Jessie DeSalvo. She'll miss the first, second one upcoming next. Jessie DeSalvo has 2 points tonight, as her sister Jamie DeSalvo is on that bench right now. Second one going up. No good. We have a whistle. Far end of the court. Let's see what it is. Seems to be a lane violation on the Polar Bears. So Jessie DeSalvo will get to do it again. Cannot convert that time. Rebound goes into the hands of Lauren Palada. Pass up ahead, crossing half court. Here's Palada. Touch pass into the corner. Campbell with a head fake, pulls it back out. Sets up, 3 on the way. Bang! Megan Campbell. Give her 11. 4 Polar Bears in double figures. Crossing over, here's McLean. Step back 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound Pilata. Jackson wants to get out and run some more. Here comes Pilata going behind the back. Picked up by Pompilia. Crosses over into the lane. Puts up a floater. Can't get it to go, but there was contact. So Lauren Pilata with a beautiful move there on a couple defenders, getting into the lane and taking contact. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. First one rolls around and drops in. It says 11 on the scoreboard for Pilata. We have her at 12. Second one for Pilata is nothing but net. 2 for 2 that time. 4 for 4 so far here tonight. 13 for her. McLean dishes. Pompilia 3. That one off the mark. The senior cannot get going here for Howland. Campbell splits 2 defenders and she was fouled. And the foul will be assessed to Taylor Lawrence. Her second personal. 15 foul for Howland. Ignacio in. McMurtry and Gimrick and Dretki will take a seat with 1:29 to play here in the third. Jackson up by 33. Pass down low to wide open McMurtry. She kisses that one off the glass and in. Cassie McMurtry has her first field goal of the night. Jackson 57. Howland 22. Pass stolen by Campbell. Leading stealer for the Polar Bears. Here she comes down the lane. Stops, goes up and under. Off the glass and in. Megan Campbell. Jackson can do no wrong right now. A 30-3 run here in the third quarter. Pompilia driving on Pilata, cut off. Loses her dribble, pass. Barish down low looking for her. DeSalvo's sister goes through her hands into the hands of McMurtry. Up ahead, here's Campbell crossing half court. Down low, wide open, Palada. Touch shot, no good. Rebound there to Jamie DeSalvo. Let's see what Howland does here as Pompilia will cross half court. She drives, tries to put up a shot. It's tipped by Palada, out of bounds. Stays Howland basketball as a running clock has now ensued here at Jackson, with Jackson over the threshold margin to ensure a running clock. So 7 seconds, turnaround jumper on the inbounds pass, no good from Jamie DeSalvo, and that'll do it for the third quarter of action. Jackson outscoring the Howland Lady Tigers 30-3 and lead this one 59-22 and are 8 minutes away from a district championship matchup with the Glen Oak Golden Eagles. Yep. Eight minutes to go here at Berry High School. Jackson in control, 59-22. Let's take a look at the roadmap where Jackson is 8 minutes away from advancing to that district championship game. It will be a matchup with the Glen Oak Golden Eagles, barring something, perhaps the greatest comeback we've ever witnessed in girls basketball here by Howland. It'll be a running clock, though, for the fourth quarter until Howland gets it under 30 points, I believe. It's either 35 or 30. Here's Palada, though, in the far corner. She'll work to her left, goes between the legs, cross-court pass to Gimrick. Gets it back to Dretki now. Dretki going to work down the lane. Touch pass right into a triple team for Palada. Stolen away by Alyssa Pompilia. Pompilia down the lane. Puts up a shot off the glass. Cannot get it to fall. It's been that type of night for the 1,000-point score and the All-American Conference Player of the Year. Alyssa Pompilia just cannot get anything to fall. Inbounds. Pass out. Masucci 3. That one off the mark. And there will be a loose ball foul assessed to Lady Tiger. It's Jamie DeSalvo. That's her 4th personal. 6th team foul for Howland. So Pilata gets it from Palada as Jackson goes back to work on offense. Pilata quickly across half court. Kick. Santel. Ball fake. Puts it on the floor. Works to her right and gets it back to Dretki. Here's Gimrick now. Fakes and goes baseline back to Dretki. Pass knocked out of bounds, though, by Pompilia. Stays Polar Bear basketball. This was a 10-point game at halftime as Jackson had some fits offensively with the zone Howland was running. But since the intermission, Jackson has come out and really taking it to the Tigers. There's a nice little left-handed hook shot made good by Taylor Lawrence. She has 11 to lead all scorers for Howland. Palada behind the back, crosses half court. Fires a pass into the corner to Gimrick. Ball fake, drives into lane, bounce pass Palada. She's fouled. Nice move by Addie Gimrick. And then a great awareness to bounce pass to Palada, who was open and got fouled from behind. As she will now go to the line to shoot 2. She has 11 so far here tonight. Assess that foul to Taylor Lawrence for Howland. First one is good by Palada. As McMurtry checks in, Ignacio checks in, Dretki, Pilata will check out. And we'll have 4 new Tigers checking in. Mia Barish has checked in. Gia Hosso. Jessie DeSalvo. Palada is good that time from the charity stripe. She'll check out. Sarah Herron will check in. Brooke Trayer will check in. As will Chloe Howard and Emily Roth. That will do it for the Jackson starters and first girls off the bench. Pass into the middle and down low on a beautiful feed. It's good. Alyssa Masucci able to get that shot to go. She has 5 now, and that pass stolen away by a Tiger. Up ahead now, here's Masucci. She'll drive, put up a shot and in. Masucci now has 7. 60-28, Jackson over Howland. Trayer dribbles that one right off the defender's foot. As Masucci stays Jackson basketball. Howard to trigger now for Jackson. Here's Herron who gets it. Swarmed already, gets it into the hands of Brooke Trayer. And Trayer will be fouled there by Masucci. Already 3:30 left in the 4th as a running clock has ensued. Jackson up by 33, make it 34 as Trayer cashes in on the first free throw attempt for her tonight. She'll come up empty on that one. Loose ball on the floor, eventually picked up by a Tiger. Jessie DeSalvo kicks. Here's Masucci driving baseline. Puts up a floater. That one no good. Loose ball. Knocked out of bounds last off a Polar Bear. Catherine Gasky will check in. Masucci will check out. She ends the evening with 7 if we do not see her again. Pass into the hands of Jesse DeSalvo. 3 on the way for Geiske. Rebounded by Heron as the shot attempt was no good. Here's Rofe. Hands off to Trayer. Into the lane goes Trayer. Bounce pass. Heron. Pump fake. Into the paint. Puts up a shot. Off the glass. No good. Gets her own miss. And cannot follow it up with a make. Entry pass down low. Back out. 3 on the way, off the mark, and rebounded there by Hoso. Her putback no good, rebounded by Chloe Howard. Up ahead here is Rofe. Ball knocked away though. Out of bounds, it'll stay Jackson basketball. As Hannah Kunkel will check in for Jackson, and Kendall Santel, will check out. Sophia Powell is checked in for Howland. 90 seconds to go in this one. Jackson will have a date with the Glen Oak Golden Eagles, 2 teams that split earlier this season. Shot on the way, no good. Last touched by a polar bear. Jackson lost to Glen Oak earlier this season at home, 43-37. But then traveled to Canton Glen Oak High School and defeated the Golden Eagles 46-37. So both teams winning on the road against each other. And it should shape up to be a dandy for the winner to head to the Sweet 16 in the Ohio High School Athletic Association Girls High School Basketball Tournament. Shot attempt was good for Amia Silvers. Loose ball on the floor, picked up by Kunkel. And there's a foul. But whatever was said in that halftime locker room for Jackson has proved to ultimately be the difference. Hannah Kunkel to shoot 2. As Jackson outscored Howland 30-3 in the third quarter alone, which has propelled them to a 63-30 lead. Here's Kunkel's second attempt. She'll get it to fall. Jackson up 64-30. Half-court heave at the buzzer. No good. Jackson will move on for a date with Glen Oak on Friday here at Perry High School at 7 p.m. And what will be a classic district championship game between the top-seeded Glen Oak Golden Eagles in the Massillon District and the second highest seed, your Jackson Lady Polar Bears in the Massillon District. 7 p.m. tip here at Perry High School. Tickets are available online. We will not be live. This is the last game we'll carry live this season for the Lady Bears. They improved their record now to 17-6 overall and keep their season alive. For Howland, they fall here tonight 64-30 to end their season. But if you're a Polar Bear fan, this is exactly what you wanted to see and exactly how you wanted them to rebound here after a sluggish start in the first half. One more time for Perry High School. Thank you for tuning in tonight and watching the Polar Bears win 64-30. Glen Oak up next Friday night here at Perry High School at 7 p.m. for a trip to the Sweet 16 and to be Massillon District champions. Jackson keeps their season alive. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Mitch Balla. As always, go Bears. Good night, everybody.